This upcoming Saturday at WWE Bash in Berlin, CM Punk will meet Drew McIntyre in a strap match with classic stipulations to this strap match. You have to touch all four turnbuckles, top turnbuckles around the ring in order to win. So not by pinfall, not by submission. This match, only way to win is by dragging your opponent and touching all four turnbuckles. This is only the second match in their feud. The feud of the year, in my opinion, in the WWE, not just in the WWE, but in the wrestling world. That is right. And they've only had 2 matches. How crazy is that? This is the feud of the year. Now, I'm going to peg a question here, ask a question. Is what CM Punk doing turning the fans against him? Now, let me elaborate, if you will. In the last couple of instances with CM Punk, he has come out and he's done kind of like a run-of-the-mill promo. He's thanked the fans. He's thanked being in the. He's gone for the cheap pop. He's thanked Florida or wherever he was at the time, and the emotion behind his promo has not been on par with the way this feud is gradually progressing, right? So Drew McIntyre took his bracelet. Their bracelet holds some sort of value to CM Punk. What that value is, it's unknown to us, but we do know that the name Larry and April holds sentimental value to CM Punk because that's his wife and his dog Larry, his wife April. So that bracelet means a lot, so much so that his fans have band together and made these custom-made bracelets for him that he brought out, and he said, I appreciate. But the hatred, the vitriol, the anger, the intensity, I have not seen that currently from CM Punk in the way that I've seen that in his other feuds. The way that I saw when I first watched him cut a promo where he was talking about Raven and how Raven reminded him of his father who took an old style into the shower. Or the way that he talked to Vince McMahon, or the way that he talked to Paul Levesque, Triple H, the way that he talked to John Cena, John Jana, if you're Santino Marella, the way that he talked to MJF, the way that he talked to Adam Page, the way that he talked to Eddie Kingston, for crying out loud. Those types of promos we're waiting for. We're waiting to hear that type of a promo from CM Punk, and we have yet to get it. On top of that, a lot of what we've seen from CM Punk has been sneak attacks.
What are you doing? Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
They've been, from behind or over the guardrail or during a match or costing him a match. I mean, a lot of the way he even attacked security this past Monday on WWE Raw. Now, that's not something that is what a face does, a quote-unquote face, a good guy does. So I pegged the question because I'm really genuinely curious. Now, look, I'm going to preface this by, look, I'm no Akoma Mikey, okay? I'm not a super mega CM Punk fan, but I am a huge CM Punk fan. I like him because he's entertaining. I like him for the promos. I like him because he's a historian. I like his music. I like his finishing maneuver. I just like his aura, right? I know that's a overused term in professional wrestling and all over the internet, but I just like the way he carries himself. I like the way that he cares, okay? So when I'm talking about this, I'm not trying to slight him. I'm not trying to talk down. I'm just trying to say, is this on purpose? WWE cares about details. CM Punk is no fool. He is a very smart man. Drew McIntyre is killing him in promos, arguably, but I believe that the way that Drew has carried himself on the microphone has shown more charisma, poise, has been more clever, has bigger one-liners, punchlines. Are we seeing a more neutered, subdued CM Punk because of the conditions upon him showing up in the WWE. Let's call it, let me be honest with you. Let me be one thou wow for a second. CM Punk left AEW unceremoniously. He was either fired or he quit, depending on who you talk to on that side of the coin. And it was a lot of stuff that happened backstage that was the cause of him being fired. A lot of stuff that he said in the ring, apparently in retaliation to the things that were said about him that went off script. So is CM Punk doing his best to walk that line and to be more cognizant of the things that he says and not go too far off script to cause any frustration or conflict that will result in him having some disciplinary action? I mean, we could talk about that. Is it because he's happy? I mean, that's another thing that I've looked at. CM Punk, first of all, I've never really seen him in a suit, which is crazy. His hair looks crazy. He's got the Tom Cruise haircut, but he actually looks happy. He looks like he's having a good time out there. He looks like he's the happiest I've ever seen him. So is it harder for him to channel that rage and that intensity? Is it that we only see these CM Punk promos, these pipe bomb promos, when he's genuinely pissed off and he's having such a good time working this program with Drew McIntyre that it's just not coming across the way that we would hope it to come across, with that anger and hostility? And it's probably because he can't artificialize that. Like, that's true. That's something that's real. So the promos that we've been seeing have been being happy and genuine and talking to the audience has just been, you know, his mood as of late. I mean, that could be something as well. I think these are all important questions. These are all important views and perspectives that we can talk about and kind of flesh this out. However we decide to look at it, however, CM Punk is going to start getting mixed reactions. It's just the way it is. And I don't know if it's by design or I don't know if it's just going to kind of organically happen, but Drew McIntyre is he's over. You know what I mean? It's especially in Germany, he's going to get cheered. CM Punk is more than likely going to have a lot of mixed reaction when he goes to Germany. And then thereafter, I see that the only thing on the other side of this feud is a program with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is one of the most beloved wrestlers in the WWE universe currently. So I also see a mixed reaction in his future with that. Is his trajectory, and that trajectory of CM Punk, is it to be a heel? I feel like the best CM Punk is the heel CM Punk, just like the best Jake Roberts was the heel Jake Roberts, or the best Roddy Piper, in my opinion, was the heel Roddy Piper. So, and heel Roddy Piper was such a small window there, but in the 80s when he was a heel, I mean, that's some real good stuff. If you can go back and watch some of his promos that he cut back in the 80s, and I'm still trying to work on getting my Patreon set up so that I can do reviews of these promos and post some of these rare promos that I've come across and talk about them, the promo portal. I haven't forgot, guys, but if you go to my Patreon, there's a free video from the promo portal, the first episode up. I want to do a second episode, and I really want to focus on Roddy Piper and Jake Roberts and those guys, because growing up, those guys, their promos were outstanding, and you see so many influences from guys like MJF and CM Punk from those guys. But I don't want to derail too much. What I want to say is, though, heel CM Punk, in my opinion, is the best of CM Punk. Face CM Punk, I just don't feel like it comes across maybe the way that it's intended. I feel like he hams it up for the audience. He's great to be back, but then once he settles, it's time to start turning on the fans and talking your shit. That's my opinion. That's the best CM Punk, right? Also smarmy and sneaky heel CM Punk, which is kind of what we've been seeing with Drew McIntyre. Now look, he's got all of the honestly, where he's at right now, he's got all the right in the world to sneak attack Drew McIntyre, to use these tactics in order to try to get his bracelet back. I mean, he's been taunted, he's been injured, all of these things. So rightfully so, he has a right to find ways to attack Drew McIntyre. It's just kind of like up against with Drew McIntyre. There's a fine line, right? Drew McIntyre is that heel that has a reason to be a heel, right? So he's got a good argument, right? And there's a part, if you look on the other side, where you can go he's kind of justified, right? with CM Punk, it's getting less and less of a line to justify the types of things that he's doing, right? Because at the core of it, he was injured by Drew McIntyre. I feel you, but we really don't know the significance of this bracelet. So because we don't really have that emotional connection that CM Punk has with that bracelet, now people are starting to wonder if what he's doing is actually justified. And that's when it's going to cause kind of like fans to start to turn, in my opinion. And you might start to see fans start booing CM Punk very, very soon. I actually felt this would have happened before we got fans turning on Cody Rhodes. That's just my opinion. But I do feel that maybe the WWE caught on to this, maybe CM Punk caught on to this, because he's no fool. They know these things, and maybe they're doing this by design. Maybe by design we are going to get a heel CM Punk going into the new year. He's going to feud with Seth Rollins. Maybe he'll have some confrontations with other guys. Look, WWE is kind of short of heels right now. They're thin at the heel side. And if you really want to get a heel, the best heel you can get is somebody that has gone scorched earth before, and that is a CM Punk, in my opinion. I think he could really tear it up, and he could stand out amongst all the other heels. So if you're going to go with a CM Punk as a heel, this is the best opportunity, because you got so many people at the top of the card that are faces, aside from Gunther, aside from Pete Dunne, aside from Chad Gable, aside from Karrion Kross, aside from Bronson Reed. You really don't have a whole lot of top heel guys. Dominic Mysterio, but Damian Priest has gone face now, right? So he's now a face. You've got Seth Rollins, you got Jey Uso, you got Ilya Dragunov, you got, there's so many top faces on the Raw side that maybe a heel CM Punk is the way to go. But what do you guys think? Am I crazy, or is CM Punk about to turn heel? Or are the fans about to turn on him first? You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Thumbs up on the way out, you guys. Thank you for everybody that has participated thus far in the comment section, and just kind of overall participated in my shorts and all this stuff. And I also want to send a shout out to Sid Udy, RIP to Sid Udy. Psycho Sid was a big part of my childhood, man. I was typing to Dom D'Angelo on the Rumor and Innuendo podcast about how much he played a big part of my childhood, man. Seeing him show up in ECW, seeing him show up as a part of the Four Horsemen in WCW when I was a wee little lad, and then the impact that he had when I watched him in the WWF is just like, it's really sad to see him go at such a young age. And I really do hope that he makes it to the Hall of Fame this year in Las Vegas, or in 2025, I guess. But this upcoming WrestleMania, I hope he makes it to the Hall of Fame. Go check out my short. I did a little short on who I thought should be in the Hall of Fame. I talked about it being Sid, and in the description there's a longer video about who I think is going to be in the 2025 Hall of Fame, and I really do hope it's Sid, man, because he deserves it. But let me know what you guys think, and as always, stay tuned for more, you guys.